Welcome to Podcast Horizons. I'm Sunny.
I'm Sam.
Today, we're going to talk about a topic that makes AI truly grow claws. OpenClaw and the explosion of AI agents.
Yeah, it's an incredible shift we are seeing right now.
It really is. And for our deep dive today, imagine this. You need to arrange a last-minute business trip. But instead of, opening like 5 different tabs, comparing flight prices, reading hotel reviews, you just tell your AI, hey, handle my Shanghai trip for next week.
Right, the classic scheduling nightmare.
Exactly. And then you just sit back and watch your screen as it autonomously opens the travel websites, clicks the right buttons, cross-references guides, and, sets your calendar reminders, all by itself.
Which is pretty much the core of what we're unpacking today, looking at recent tech write-ups and developer forum notes.
Presentations from the Bow Forum, too, right?
Yeah, to really explore how AI is evolving from a passive text box into an active executor. I mean, we are looking at a massive architectural shift here.
So this is all running on that framework called OpenClaw, right?
Yeah, OpenClaw basically standardizes the computer use protocol. It's an open source framework giving models the ability to independently navigate, scroll, and click through any software interface.
So it's basically seeing the screen like we do.
Pretty much.
Yep.
It maps the visual layout of a screen and assigns coordinates to buttons and text fields, which allows the model to act on them autonomously.
It's kind of like the AI finally got its driver's license.
Yeah.
I mean, before, it was sitting in the passenger seat giving you turn-by-turn directions.
Right, while you did the actual driving.
Exactly. But now, it is literally taking the steering wheel of the computer.
But, taking the wheel takes a staggering amount of digital horsepower. The recent forum notes actually highlight that OpenClaw requires about 10 times more tokens than standard queries.
Wait, 10 times? Why so much?
Well, because it's constantly running a background chain of thought. It clicks a web page, parses the visual feedback, realizes a link is broken, and reflects on that error.
Oh, so it course corrects on the fly.
Yeah, it generates a new plan and searches for an alternative. It's constantly talking to itself, basically, to navigate messy digital environments.
So since these agents can course correct and navigate on their own, they aren't just stuck in our laptops anymore. They are moving into physical hardware.
Oh, absolutely. The Boao Forum heavily featured this concept of physical intelligence. Factory robotic arms and delivery vehicles using these exact same agent frameworks.
Because the logic of navigating a 2D screen translates well to navigating 3D physical spaces.
Right, using camera feeds. And alongside that physical expansion, we have multi-agent systems taking over the digital side. This is where specialized AI models actually collaborate and iterate.
Like what kind of models?
Say a legal agent, a finance agent, and a planning agent. They basically debate to reach a consensus for you.
Wait, if 3 different agents are doing the debating and coming up with the final answer, what are you doing? Are you just a glorified referee for a digital debate club?
You really are the referee, yeah. And the mechanics of that debate are fascinating. You give a prompt, and the finance agent optimizes for the lowest cost.
While the planning agent optimizes for travel time, maybe.
Exactly. They pass data back and forth, adjusting parameters until both constraints are met. And the reason you can afford to just sit back and watch this happen is the massive drop in inference costs.
So it's just really cheap to run them now.
Yeah, better hardware and localized chip processing mean running a dozen debating agents uses about the same energy as rendering a high-res video a couple of years ago.
But that completely turns the corporate structure upside down. I mean, if the agents are doing all the foundational work, like the data entry and initial drafts, where do junior employees learn the ropes?
That is the big question. We are eliminating tedious tasks through business process reengineering, but destroying the traditional apprenticeship phase in the process.
Right. It's a massive structural vulnerability. And it introduces a severe liability dilemma, too.
Oh, definitely. Going back to the business trip, if OpenClaw books a non-refundable incorrect flight, who is liable?
Or if a multi-agent system misses a crucial contract clause because the legal agent prioritized speed over accuracy.
Exactly. The human whose name is on the output is ultimately responsible.
I mean, you can't exactly tell your boss, my AI booked the wrong flight.
Which is why the human-in-the-loop model is mandatory for corporate deployment. You transition from doing the work to auditing the AI's execution.
So you basically step out of the operator role and into the auditor role.
Right. Surviving this shift requires completely abandoning old habits. We have to stop treating AI as a search bar and start treating it as a digital employee.
Practically, that means mastering precise task breakdown, right? Giving flawless instructions.
And more importantly, cultivating decision-making taste. Deciding what to do is now infinitely more important than knowing how to do it. The how is cheap.
The what is everything.
Exactly. And cultivating that taste means understanding the constraints of the systems you're managing, just like a good manager understands their human team.
It really leaves you with a pretty profound question to consider. If you no longer have to spend years mastering the tedious how of basic execution, will the future definition of human genius be judged entirely by the ambition of the tasks you dare to delegate?
That is something to mull over the next time you watch your screen clicking itself.
Thanks for tuning in to Podcast Horizons, letting AI become your hands and feet and not just your dialogue box. If you also have thoughts on OpenClaw, welcome to communicate in the comment section. See you next time. Bye.